honoring Foster, whom she met on the set of Panic Room when she was 10 years old. She's always encompassed what I thought was sort of the prime example of where you want to be, and she's been there for me. She said she's a baller on every level. It's out of control. She did everything young. She kicked Yale's ass. She won Oscars. She became a filmmaker herself. She created a family and still is just as normal and cool and kind. Foster, who entered Hollywood as a child, is known for her roles in Taxi Driver, Freaky Friday, The Accused, The Silence of the Lambs, Contact, and Panic Room. The 53-year-old said to Variety at the time, "I've had a long career. It's been 50 years, and I've had to take breaks and had moments where I burned out a little bit, and I had to find my love for it again. I've always amazed. You can be sort of blasé, and then you come back and get excited about something and discover it all again. I've learned that the meaningfulness comes from the actor. It's your investment. It's up to you to really take the material and make it deeper. That's always challenging. The one thing about acting that is true is either too challenging for one human being to have to do, or just too boring for one human to have to endure." Money Monster opens in theaters May 13th. And in a related story, Gwen Stefani's appearance on James Corden's Carpool Karaoke segment included a visit from actors George Clooney and Julia Roberts. The musical Carpool aired Wednesday on The Late Late Show, where Stefani and Corden sang along to her hits Don't Speak, Sweet Escape, and Used to Love You before enlisting the Money Monster stars. During the clip, Clooney refers to the late-night host as a pain in the ass while calling Roberts on the phone. Once in the car, the four immediately began jamming to Stefani's Holla Back Girl. Towards the end, the group stretched their vocal talents with We Are the Champions. Justin Timberlake is revving up to drop new music with his first single since releasing the 2020 Experience 2 of 2 3 years ago. On social media Wednesday, Timberlake revealed the single's title, Can't Stop the Feeling, and announced its Friday's release. He tweeted about 2 hours later, 2 more days. Timberlake began Wednesday, not revealing the title until a fan asked, hashtag Can't Stop the Feeling, 2 more days. The song is expected to release via the radio waves on Friday, according to a series of retweets by the former boy band member. The new music will be the first coming from Timberlake's since 2013's 2020 Experience and the 2020 Experience 2 of 2. Britney Spears is sharing her love for her sons in an open letter. The 34-year-old singer penned a heartfelt message to 10-year-old Preston and 9-year-old Jaden in honor of Mother's Day, which falls Sunday. The post appears in Time magazine's Letters from Mom collection. She wrote, "You are my masterpiece. From the first day I saw the most precious eyes. I believe in miracles to the core. Such a gift of God has given me exploring in your beautiful worlds every day. I pray as a mother I can teach you strength and passion to carry the struggles in the world. My battles will always be won on your knees. I pray you find your dreams. God always comes to us in tiny whispers. I pray you always find his whispers and understand the true meaning behind following your inner voice as well. Always believe in yourself and know anything is possible. I pray dreaming awakens your soul to limitless possibilities. I hope the most precious mysteries of life stays with you always, and you are never ashamed of how bright your light truly is. I hope you learn praying along is when you are most connected to God, and know you are never alone. He is with you always. I pray you love, laugh, and soar through your journey of life." Spears shares her sons with ex-husband Kevin Federline, whom she split from in 2006 after 2 years of marriage. The singer told People her kids come first in her life, bottom line, when she spoke to the magazine in March of 2015. The star revealed Preston is very opinionated, very expressed, and if he doesn't like something, he's going to tell you. But he has a huge heart, he's a good kid, and he has manners. Jane is a sweet, very spoken, kind of funny. He's adorable, a mama's boy. She added of her home life, homework is a priority. We have a reward system that helps motivate them. If they get so many A's, they get 1 toy a month. Preston just asked for a high allowance like $10 a week or $20 a week, but we'll see. Spears last released Britney Jean in 2013, which debuted at number 4 on the Billboard 200 albums charts and included the singles Work and Perfume. The singer is in residence at the Axis at Planet Hollywood in Las Vegas through 2017. The Red Hot Chili Peppers have released a new single, Dark Necessities, along with details about their upcoming 11th studio album, The Getaway. Shared Thursday on YouTube, the band's latest upbeat track features singer Anthony Kiedis' smooth vocals, piano keys, and bassist Flea's signature bass lines. Dark Necessity joins 12 other songs on The Getaway, which due to arrive on June 17th through Warner Bros. Records. The group noted on Twitter, sharing the album's artwork featuring a young girl walking alongside a bear, a raccoon, and bird on a street corner. Listen to the new song Dark Necessities and pre-order new album The Getaway now. According to Billboard, the LP is being produced by Danger Mouse, marking the Red Hot Chili Peppers' first album since 1989's Mother Milk not to feature producer Rick Rubin. The Red Hot Chili Peppers plans on touring internationally this summer and will be headlining this year's Lollapalooza Music Festival alongside fellow headlining acts Radiohead and LCD Sound System at Chicago's Grant Park from July 28th to the 31st. And now let's take a look at what happened on this date in entertainment history. On this date in 1984, Spinal Tap staged a comeback at CBGB's in New York City. Almost 20 years and who knows how many drummers into their unique career in rock, the surviving members of one of England's loudest bands had reached yet another low point in the spring of 1984. Only 2 years removed from a disastrous 1982 world tour that not only failed to turn the album Smell the Glove into a comeback hit, but also led to the group's breakup, Spinal Tap now had to suffer the indignity of seeing the Marty DeBurgini's helm behind-the-scenes film of that tour gain widespread theatrical release. Would the numerous embarrassments cataloged in the hard-hitting rockumentary This Is Spinal Tap prove public sympathy for and renew interest in the band that Nigel Tufnell, David St. Hubbins, and Derek Smalls began back in 1964 as the originals? Or would the group behind such familiar classic rock hits as Give Me Some Money and Tonight I'm Gonna Rock You Tonight be coincide once and for all to obscurity? In the atmosphere of uncertainty, Spinal Tap elected to go back to their roots, kicking off a tour of small American rock clubs with an appearance at the New York City's legendary CBGB's on this date in 1984. Of course, almost none of the above is true, strictly speaking. A group calling itself Spinal Tap did play CBGB's on this date in 1984, but that group was the fictitious invention of director Rob Reiner, with the comic actors Michael McKean, Christopher Guest, and Harry Shearer as St. Hubbins, Tufnell, and Smalls, respectively. Reiner's directorial debut was the aforementioned This Is Spinal Tap, a film that launched a mockumentary mini-genre, as well as 1,000 catchphrases from These Go to 11 and None More Black. It was during the film's first week of release that McKean, Guest, and Shearer, and one of their many doomed drummers played at their gig at CBGB's, which one attendee recalls as drawing every professional musician in the city of New York. This live appearance by Spinal Tap was the first, but certainly not the last step in an ongoing effort by the McKean et al. To blur the line between fiction and reality. In the years since their live debut, numerous bootleg recordings and early television appearances have surfaced, and one full-length album, 1992's Break Like the Wind, had been released. As last reported, Nigel Tufnell was working on a pony farm. David St. Hubbins was producing hip-hop records out of a former colonic clinic, and Derek Smalls was in rehab for an internet addiction. But do not be surprised if one day you encounter a salesman resembling Christopher Guest on a visit to a hat shop, or next year's lineup of Broadway openings, including the long-awaited St. Hubbins rock opera Saucy Jack. Also on this date in 2004, the final episode of Friends airs on NBC. At 9 p.m. Eastern and Pacific times on this date in 2004, that familiar theme song, I'll Be There For You by the Rembrandts, announced the beginning of the end as an estimate 51.1 million people tuned in for the final original episode of NBC's long-running comedy series Friends. Created and executive produced by Kevin S. Bright, by Marta Kaufman and David Crane, Friends debuted 10 years and 236 episodes earlier on September 22nd, 1994. Shot at Warner Brothers Studios in Burbank, California, the show was set in New York City's Greenwich Village, where six friends struggle with the ups and downs of young adult life in the big city, albeit while living in a possibly large, cushy apartment, apparently without the burden of having to spend much time working actual jobs. Almost from the beginning of its decade-long run, Friends was a cultural phenomenon, winning 6 Emmys, including one for Outstanding Comedy Series, sparking hairstyle trends of Rachel, spawning catchphrases, how you doing, and turning its 6 principal cast members into household names. Preceded by a maelstrom of hype and publicity, the hour-long Friends finale drew approximately 2/3 of the audience garnered by the finales of 2 other long-running sitcoms, Cheers, 80.4 million in 1993, and Seinfeld, 76.2 million in 1998, according to a Fox News report. The most-watched TV series finale ever, MASH, was viewed by some 105 million people when it aired in 1983. According to the New York Times, NBC charged advertisers an average of $2 million for every 30 seconds of ad time during the finale, a record amount for a sitcom and only $300,000 less than CBS charged during that year's Super Bowl. In the finale, the long-running on-and-off relationship between Ross, played by David Schwimmer, and Rachel, played by Jennifer Aniston, which over the years included a drunken Las Vegas wedding and a baby, Emma, born in 2002, ended as most of the fans hoped. They got back together, presumably for good. Meanwhile, Chandler, Matthew Perry, and Monica, played by Courtney Cox Arquette, had become suburbanites and parents to twins. Phoebe, Lisa Kudrow, was married, and Joey, played by Matt LeBlanc, was headed off to Los Angeles to pursue his acting career. A spin-off sitcom, Joey, followed LeBlanc's career to Hollywood. The show failed to attract the significant audience and was canceled in 2006. Throughout the show's run, its 6 stars maintain a famously unified front, ensuring that no one of them emerges a dominating force on screen, and even negotiating their salaries together. In the spring of 2000, each member of the cast signed a 2-year, $40 million contract that netted them each a staggering $1 million per episode. Broadcast in some 100 countries, Friends continues to earn good ratings for its syndicated rerun episodes. And that is your entertainment report for Friday, May 6, 2016. I'm your host, Mr. Downtown Ray Melo. I'll be back on Monday to deliver some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo. That's RAYMELO. On Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to this episode or any previous episodes of The Entertainment Report anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app, search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. Everyone have a great Mother's Day weekend. Good night, and God bless you all.